Hey guys, it's Drew here at Card by Eye, and today I have a really fun Christmas card to share with you, and it's the first of hopefully many. I'm going to try to create more videos throughout the week and throughout all of next week, leading up to probably like December 15th or so of Christmas cards. But today I'm starting off, and the theme for my Christmas card series this year, or sort of like, it's not really going to be a series, but just like my Christmas cards this year, is to use paper collections that are not Christmas themed. So this is actually the brand new Acorn Avenue collection by Crate Paper, and this is in my shop. I will link all of the products used in the down bar below in case you want to go pick them up. I have everything I use in my own little shop, hopscotchcrafts.com. So I'm going to be using the Acorn Avenue collection, and just to flip through some of these papers with you, they're really, really pretty. I love the colors. Here's a chevron. Really, really nice papers in this collection. And they're, as you can see, they're totally not Christmas themed, but I'm going to turn them into a Christmas card just by using some of the more generic patterns. And I'm starting off with this really super thick, I don't know if you can see this, it's more of a chipboard, but I'm using this for my card bases. It's like a lightweight chipboard. I get it from Uline. I will link it in the down bar below as well in case you want to get some of this. So I've already cut this to a standard size card of 5.5 by 4.25. And I have a small piece of cardstock, which is like a diagonal pattern. You probably can't see the diagonal. But this piece is cut to 5 inches by 3.25 inches. So it is just going to go on my card like this. But I'm actually going to be adding some edging on it. And I'm not sure. I might want to cut it down a little bit more after I decide like my edging and such that I'm going to put on it. But I have 2 little pieces of patterned paper here, and these are both from the Acorn Avenue collection. Zoom in a little bit for you guys. And I'm going to use this Fisker's Scallop Border Punch. So I'm just going to punch the edges of these papers. Okay, so I just added those little scallop borders on there, and as you can see, the card base looks like this now. And this is essentially going to be going onto our, or this little panel is going to be going onto our card base like this in the end. But I'm going to be doing a couple of things to this piece right here. I actually have 2 little pieces from the Studio Calico wood collection that I'm going to be adding on here. This one is the die-cut wood pieces, and these are the circle frames, I guess you can call them. And I'm also using the little banner shapes, and these are both in the shop as well if you want to pick them up. But I think I also want to add a different pattern to the center of my circle just to offset it from the background. So I'm going to do so. I'm going to use my Martha Stewart circle cutter. And I have my circle cutter here, but I don't have any of the adhesive like I was saying, so I'm just going to break off like a tiny little bit of the score tape because it is super duper strong, and just place it down on my surface like so. Just like this, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut this out at 2.25 inches. So I have some excess, or maybe 2.5. No, probably 2. Let's see. I'm gonna do 2 3/16, which is just right above a quarter. So I'm just going to. Righty, so I have this little piece here now with the little paper in it, a little Studio Calico frame. Totally love these little frames. And I'm going to be stamping on top of this banner, which is going to be going across the frame like this. And I'm going to be stamping on the banner with these super puny tiny, I don't even know if you can see them. They're these super tiny little wood stamps. I got them from G Studios. They're in the Michaels dollar section. You get the whole alphabet. I just have them in this little baggie here. I've had them for quite a while, so I'm going to zoom in just so you could see me stamping this alphabet. And here's my little banner piece that I'm going to be using, and here are the stamps. And for the ink, I'm going to be using the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And I'm just going to be stamping peace, and I'm going to stamp it on the more on the left side. So I'm going to start with my P, just so I know exactly where the placement is. And I'm just going to have a small tiny bit of scratch paper just to stamp and ensure that they look okay. And I actually think this is a D, but I could not find a P, so it's gonna have to work. Okay, so I did my P, and then I'm gonna try in my E. These stamps are just so adorable. You could just spell out whatever you want. And I'm not particularly trying to get them centered on here, it's just supposed to be more of a, just sort of wonky looking design. Move these small little pieces out of the way. And I'm actually going to go ahead and add on a chipboard embellishment, or not really a chipboard embellishment, but I have this pack of thickers. They're the macaw thickers from, and I think these are actually from the, they're from the wood collection that they came out with. And I have this little and sign, which I'm going to add onto the right side of my banner. So it's going to say peace and. That's why I stamped it more on the left, so I have enough room to stick the and on this side. And this is then going to be going across here like that. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down, and I'll be right back. So as you can see, I have my little embellishment here. It looks super adorable. It's going to be going on the top portion of the card here, but I'm actually going to be writing an additional word in here and sewing it on with some embroidery floss. So I'm going to be writing the word joy just right about here, and I'm just going to pencil the word in first and just do it very lightly, just to ensure that you're getting sort of what you are desiring. So I'm just going to go ahead and write out the word joy just in pencil, and to make sure that it's what you want. Go ahead and bring this down some. Okay, I just want it right about here. I don't know if you could see that, but it just says joy in small little letters. You could also stamp it if you'd like to and sew over it if you have like a larger stamp set, but I'm not even going to worry about that. And I am using because I didn't want to go get my paper piercer, I'm just going to use a needle, and this is an extra large needle with a large eye in it. So I'm just going to be piercing on top of my We Are Memory Keepers piercing mat, which comes in the little pack if you are doing the, if you're using their piercing tools, which are awesome, but I'm just going ahead and doing my own. There's some really fun Christmas borders. Okay, so I just basically pierced all the holes in which I'm going to need to stitch through. And I'm going to be using some of the So Easy floss, which is from the same We Are Memory Keepers collection. And I'm just going to be using this nice bright red one, which is called Hot Tamale. And I'm just going to pull off a good amount, enough to stitch through. And I'm just going to stitch this for you guys, just really quick. Alrighty, you guys, so I have the word joy stitched out. It looks super awesome on there. I just really love the way the hand stitching just adds the effect to it. And I'm just going to run my needle underneath these threads just a couple times. And then right here, I'm going to just do a knot in my thread to ensure that it stays stuck down. Just trim those off. And then this is just going to be going on top of our card piece just like that. So it says peace and joy, and we're going to be placing this on top of the card base just to finish the card. So I'm going to go ahead and add some sticky strip all the way to the outside, and it's probably even better to use sticky strip than ATG on a card like this where there is stitching, so it might have been good that I don't have any ATG for this part here. So let's hope I do it correctly. Nah, good enough. Let's go with it. So I'm just going to put that down on there. And lastly, you're going to take this embellishment piece, and I would probably add it on dimensional adhesive, but because of all the dimension that I've already added to it, just like the layers of, and I'm just going to add on my embellishment piece here to finish off the card, and I don't know if I actually want it to go off of the card like this. I think that that might look good just right about there, or do I want it up here, like centered on top of the card? I think I actually like it a little bit more, just right up here at the top, centered. And I think that that will finish off our card. So I'm just going to press all of these little pieces down, and it says peace and joy for this fun holiday card. And that finishes up today's card, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this card, and don't forget to subscribe above. It's right up here somewhere, and don't forget to comment and rate in the comment bar below. And thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will catch you all next time. Don't forget to check out my blog for all tools and supplies, as well as detailed photos. Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody.